From that position, extra. When you hear that beep, we're gonna do one big vertical jump. Directions, both directions. Pull, pull. High incline as we're gonna set that spine. Alright, from the knee, coming up through the hip, coming up through the spine, the shoulder, the back of the neck, through the top of the head. That should be elongated as long as possible. Tuck that chin in a little bit, Carrie, and think about that extension going out, traveling out through the back of the neck. Alright, there's your beat. That was a 30 and 30. We're going to go ahead and stick with the same knee. We've got that knee tucked up underneath you. Try to relax that low back a little bit on that single side, and we're going to try to go with an empty can out of this position. From here, internally rotated humerus. It should counter torque that sternum down, but we're going to try to work that in opposition. So give us the same exact mentality, the same exact feel as if you had a bar in your back. Where would you want the placement of your sternum if you had a big heavy bar in your back? Very difficult in this position to allow the athletes to make sure that they come out in front slightly. So there still should be a scapular rotation motion, even though it's a pretty low incline. So make sure that we're still trying to move and articulate these shoulder blades on that axis. So they should rotate, they should rotate, they should gently rotate, they should gently rotate back to where they came from. From this position, it's a 30 seconds with a very good switch knees, and we're going to go with a flex tip on that opposite leg, and we're back to our full cam position. Pull you forward, stay back, keep those knees back, keep those knees back, keep those knees back. Don't allow your knee to rotate over top, especially your right one when you're pulling with the left hand or left one. Good clean, good receive, very good. Now get to the very bottom. You got 500 pounds on your back, you just got stuck. Bail, shoot. Very good. Awesome, awesome job. Again, this serves two purposes. Number one, it allows you a light enough weight where it gives us confidence and be able to do our half beat, which is our high pull. Pull your butt under the bar. Concentrate on the one and. There we go. One and. There's the beepers. Go get them. Watch out for the wolf. Good. Now as fast as you can move one perfect rep. Pop, pop, and then you pause. Recompose. I don't care if it's one. Very good. Pop, catch. Rotate that hip over top, and then immediately get back into that good athletic position. Pop, catch. Remember, same principle applies. We want to vary this. Get lower, get higher. Get wider, get more narrow. But change everything about the way that our hips are going to move on these two axes. Go, go, go! Dive, drive. Get your butt back here. Pull from the low back. We're moving into that 90 degree or close to that 90 degree. Make sure that you move that around as much as we do with the squat position. So we're not really concerned about having that perfect 90. It can drop down into that notch and create a W position. You can even come slightly higher, and you can do it from either of those. The bottom line is we're going to stay retracted and depressed, and we're going to work on externally rotating that humerus. So just spin that big upper arm bone. If we set right on this position and hold, if we set right on this position, we're going to send a dowel rod right through the elbow, right through the humerus, out through the other shoulder girdle, and we're going to hold that perfect position. From there, make sure we don't pull from the low back. Suck your belly button in. Give me a slight lean forward. And from there, when you hear the beat, we're going to slowly spin them forwards. And we actually want to not be passive on this. We actually want to, very good, actively rotate those in and then roll them up. Actively rotate those in and roll them up. From that position, external rotation, tall, pretty posture, maintain that high platform. 30 seconds, we're just going to hold that single leg stork stance. We're really not trying to do anything dramatic here. We're just trying to work on, again, that compensatory action reflex, not moving the grounded leg. oftentimes you're going to feel an unbelievable amount of discomfort in the leg that's being resisted, but we're really trying to maintain and encourage a high sense of stability in that grounded foot. So we encourage the athletes to what we call splay. Everybody with a dance background will understand that. We're going to flatten that grounded foot. And one of the things that we always tell the athletes to do is when we're trying to work on balance, concentrate on the grounded foot, develop some roots, and you want to take that foot and drive it down into the ground through the floor, because that's where we gain a good ground reaction force or efficiency with that ground reaction force to develop some stability. So work on your ability to not move the bottom leg. In this regard, Craig's slightly elevated. It gives him just a little bit better opportunity to challenge those hips to not move, but you could easily do this on the floor. If you're going to do this elevated, make sure it's a stable platform. Make sure that thing is not going to move. These rubber bumper plates work well on that rubber flooring, especially with a 45, because it does not move anywhere. From that position, he's going to hold that. There's his beep, and we're going to gently try to roll up into a step-up position. Now, one of the things that we want to do is really try to incorporate that biomechanical habit of being out in front. So we're not going to draw up your other leg. We're going to draw up as if you're doing a step up. So from this position, it really should be an encouragement of our athletes getting into that acceleration phase with that knee and that toe up out in front. All right, good step up position. All we're going to do is sweep into your midline, and we're going to try to come straight up that midline without allowing it to pull your toe out or your ankle out or your knee out or definitely your hip out. So we want to try to stay in that perfect inline position. Pull yourself aggressively under the bar. Very good. Stand up tall, receive. Whenever it's this light, take this as an opportunity to be courageous with it. Learn that technique and develop it. Very good. Very good. One perfect. Crossover catch. Crossover catch. Cross catch. Beautiful. That's it. When you hear that beep, we're going to do one big vertical jump. Add rotation. I want you to control that over rotation of your knees and your hips by driving your butt straight back. We want to go strong hips, butt back. There it is. So one big vertical jump, drive your hips back, stop that over rotation, stop that over rotation. We're going to pull from the other side, and let's get some cross catching from there. Now again, we're going to slightly elevate this crossover step because it's going to give you that mentality that you need to elevate yourself to get your foot up on a crossed over patterning. But we want to fight against that and stay as low as possible. Pretend like the ceiling has been dropped right above your head and you do not have the opportunity to. And we're going to go one big vertical jump, big cross catch, drive your hips back and catch. Very good. Now let's get into that outside, outside. And from a good athletic position, pop, pop. Beautiful.